This episode of the show is about having a variety of backlinks, especially a variety of backlinks from various high to low domain authority sites. You can't just have only low domain authority backlinks or high domain authority backlinks. You need to have an authentic mix. If it's just one way or the other, it could look like it's gamed, especially if it's only a high domain authority backlinks. It's not going to be as real of a backlink profile as somebody who wasn't going out and really doing link building, as compared to somebody who was just going viral, for example. When you go viral, you get links from all sorts of different places, small sites, independent little blogs, huge news publishers. As SEOs, we're tempted to go after just the highest domain authority links, the websites that have the most amount of other high domain authority sites linking to them. That's what creates high domain authority in the first place. We're tempted to do that. And so I'm going to share a story from the search engine optimization subreddit of an SEO who his client just had high domain authority sites linking to them. And this SEO said, this isn't really an authentic backlink profile. Let me make it more authentic. And this is what happened. And the results were great. So this is what I'm sharing. It's a good story. This comes from character_AD_1990. And this is on the SEO subreddit on reddit.com. It's called Moved Away from the Large Power Websites. And the author goes, this was for an appliance company known nationally in the USA. They wanted to be in the top 3 for something like toaster ovens. They'd been building good links from power websites that hit all the right notes. So power websites, these are high domain authority sites, the New York Times, USA Today, sites that are very authoritative themselves, huge publishers, for example. Anyway, so they'd been building good links from power websites that hit all the right notes, as had their competitors. Nothing wrong with what the appliance company was doing, as on paper, their link building efforts were great. And this SEO goes, I did the usual backlink audit and realized something pretty quick. All of their links were from high power websites, online magazines, popular news websites, review sites, etc. It was a good link profile, but that's all they had. They didn't have any from smaller websites like Real Mom Blogs, for example, that have smaller dedicated followings. They'd cast these small blogs aside because while some of these mom blogs, using mom blogs as an example here, there are others, of course, while some of them are pretty huge, most are actually tiny with small loyal followings. The client liked the traffic and the authority, so they always went with the websites that ticked those boxes. I took them away from those sites completely. They already had enough and targeted smaller mom tech and recipe blogs. All of these were situated in the USA, which is a target market with good USA traffic. These were real blogs owned by real people. I built around 200 of these links over 4 months. It sounds like a lot, but the keyword we were going after is in the 90th percentile for difficulty. The differentiation worked and got them where they wanted to be. The point is that in this day and age, you need variety. It's not all about going for those super high metric websites all the time. You need a good mixture. Just because a website doesn't have really high traffic doesn't mean it won't be useful. Google pays attention to the opinions of real website owners by real people. It can measure these opinions by checking what these bloggers are linking to. The trick is finding good websites owned by real people and ignoring the many bad ones. The business had done the hard work by building a good elite profile. Just turns out that they needed a bit of variety from real people to get them over the edge. When you build your profile, do the same by profile, link building profile. When you build your link profile, do the same thing, especially for those high difficulty keywords. This is scalable too. For example, say your client instead is a 3D printing company. A lot of the links would be secured on tech websites. Great, but make sure you get some on small hobbyist websites too. Link differentiation is important to build a healthy link profile, but they still all have to be on good, real websites. There's just this obsession. Oh, I got a link from the New York Times. Oh, I got a link from TechCrunch or Wired. But it's really important to get links from these small, independent bloggers as well. This is something I've seen myself with many businesses. What would happen is we would have our products. Our product would be covered by small blogs. And in the meantime, I would also be doing link building with tools like featured.com, which would get me links from super high domain authority sites. Actually, Featured is cool because Featured, the way that it works, I talk about all the time, It's journalists who are looking for experts to quote in their articles. A lot of the times, these journalists are writing for high domain authority publications, but featured is cool because it's a variety. You also see smaller independent blogs in that mix as well. So featured is pretty good for building a varied profile, high domain authority sites and lower ones. And it's very easy to get coverage on featured. If I had to guess what this SEO was doing in order to get links from these small sites, I would guess that this SEO is most likely doing direct outreach, reaching out to these small mom blogs and either saying, I saw that you linked to this in this article and that page that you linked to 404, it doesn't work anymore. That's a bad user experience. Here's an alternative and it's my client. Or they said, we'd love to have a link on your site and we're willing to pay you for it. That's common too. But what they were probably doing is they were probably only going after only super relevant blogs when they were doing that. Now, offering to pay for links is risky, especially if you were doing it for a site in which you want to operate for a very long time because it goes against Google's terms of service. But lots of SEOs do it anyway. It's possible that this SEO contractor was doing that. Or actually, in a previous post, the SEO talks about linkable assets. So it's also possible that the SEO made a linkable asset and then sent it to relevant blogs for coverage. Oh, he's so smart. Hey, we made this really cool thing in this industry that you're in. And, it could be something that was really cheap to make and it lives on this site, which is the client site. And then the small mom blog is like, this looks great. I'm going to share this with my audience. Thank you for sharing it with me. So many different ways to get covered by these small blogs. But I like this because everyone is just thinking about how can I build links from the highest domain authority sites? And you should really be thinking about having a natural, that's the word that I was looking for, a natural link profile, a natural backlink profile. So that is what I wanted to share with you today on this episode of the show. Thank you, character_ad_1990 for writing this. That is all that I got for you on episode 514 of my daily digital marketing podcast. 514 shows in a row, days in a row. What? Crazy. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you so much for watching. If you are listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, thank you so much for listening. Hope you will try some of these link building things for your websites. I will talk to you again tomorrow. Bye now.